Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is your entrepreneurship tutor, indeed also project management tutor, Professor Henry Buisa of Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology. Today, I want to talk about arson in Kenyan schools, but as a lecture for students and practitioners of project management. So this is for my students of project management and any other interested person. Yes, arson in Kenyan schools, a project management drill. Now, in project management, there is a technique called problem tree analysis. It is also called situational analysis or just problem analysis. It is a project management tool which helps to find solutions by mapping out an anatomy of cause and effect around an issue. The problem tree becomes a graphical representation of an existing problem, its causes and effects, which aims to get a clear and shared understanding of the issue. I have covered this project management tool in other videos of mine on this channel, and now I want us to use the same to participate in the discussion and maybe debate on arsons in Kenya, and that this is for my project management students so that they can also join the populace in attempting to solve or propose solutions. Now, let's take a problem like food security. How do we apply problem tree on this food security? Look, food security, we're saying, what are the possible causes of food security? Intercommunal conflicts could be one. Intercommunal conflicts can lead to food insecurity, but intercommunal conflict itself can be a result of cultural beliefs that separate communities. They believe that this is an enemy, for example, we must raid. It can also be a result of poor governance. When there's no good governance, we can lead to intercommunal conflicts. But it can also be lack of political will. So, intercommunal conflicts can result from a number of reasons or causes, so to speak. It can also be a result of, in other words, food insecurity can also be a result of poor distribution system. And poor distribution system can be a result of poor national infrastructure. And then again, lack of political will can also contribute to poor national infrastructure. Food insecurity can also result from the dwindling sizes of farmland, which itself result from population growth. And again, probably cultural beliefs where the populace does not want to, let's say, a family plan and all that. Now, this is just a glimpse of building a problem tree, the roots that cause a problem that we are seeing, in this case, food insecurity. And we're saying that this problem, if it persists, then it can lead to hunger and starvation. That's one result. It can lead to high rates of diseases, which can also lead to low labor productivity. It can lead to high rates of vices, crime and all that. And it can again, this can lead to high cost of insecurity. So here we are. We have built a problem tree, a tree with the roots and the effect. Let's look at it. That's the problem. Those are the possible causes or hypotheses, if you want, and those are the effects. So that problem is caused by those possible root causes, and it can lead to those effects. So the effects are the outcomes or the results. The causes are the root causes, and then we have our tree, the roots, and outcomes, the fruits that we see, and the problem becomes the trunk. So this is a pictorial representation of a problem tree, analyzing a problem through problem tree analysis. Yes, let's look at another one. Kenya's rural teenagers do not finish school. Let's go down and look at the roots, possible roots, causes. Yes, one cause, parents do not encourage the teenagers to finish school. And parents do not do that because parents don't think school is important. But parents too are too busy to discipline or even support teenagers. That still can lead to disencouragement. Teenagers may also find school is not interesting. Maybe poor school infrastructure makes school not interesting, and therefore teenagers not finishing school. There may be an urge to find employment to support family, and that is a result of low family income. So you see again, when we use problem tree analysis, you can delve into those possible causes. You can call them hypotheses if you want, which needs to be tested and proved. And if this problem persists, then it will be difficult finding a job for those who have not finished school. And if that's the case, then there will be low future income. There can be high teenage pregnancy rates. There can be high drug abuse, leading to high rate of vices. So you see, again, a problem tree analysis, situation analysis, leading us to propose some of the possible reasons why there's that problem. The roots, as you have seen, the tree, and the trunk. Yes, in one country, a problem tree analysis was done on land alienation. And they found that the root causes, like lack of justice, inadequate land policy, inadequate laws, poor governance, non-equity, inefficiency of land use planning, corruption of political leaders, failure of land administration, land scarcity, increase of population, due to increase of population, and all that led to that land alienation in the country in question. And when land alienation persisted, there were eviction, tension, fear, poor livelihood, unsettled mind, hunger, poverty, and so on and so forth. So you see, everything that we see has some root causes. Any problem that we see, and in most cases, it's just a symptom of the real causes. That's why we sometimes say, there is no smoke without fire. There is no smoke without fire. And that tree, problem tree, makes that clear. When you see something happening, when you see a fire happening, when you see, when you have a headache, all that's a symptom of things that must be below or beyond what we're seeing. There is no smoke without fire. And now we want to look at problem tree analysis approach of the 2021 Kenyan Second School Arsons. We want to do root cause analysis. Yes, students' protest culture. The students' protest culture is prevalent among Kenyan pupils and students. And one reason for this student protest culture is undisciplined students. And one root cause for undisciplined students is poor parenting. So when there's poor parenting, maybe absentee father, absentee mother, it leads to undisciplined students. And there's therefore the students' protest culture. And that results or may result into arsons. But why poor parenting? Probably cultural erosion. The culture of parenting has been eroded over time. So one root cause of arsons is that cultural erosion. But student protest culture can also result from the national protest culture. When there is weak legislation, it may lead to national protest culture. And there is why weak legislation? Probably corrupt legislature. When the legislature is corrupt and cannot make strong and good legislation, then it may lead to national protest culture, and the students will ape the same, and it will lead out there. But why corrupt legislature? In Kenya, we may say because of national laissez-faire leadership. Leadership that is not strong enough, decisive enough to take certain actions, leaves people like on their own. But arson can also be a result of indiscipline. Not much as student protest culture is indiscipline of the students. Again, poor parenting can lead to indiscipline. National poverty can lead to poor parenting. How? When there's national poverty, parents are struggling to make ends meet, and like they have no time or very little time for their children. Population growth. Population growth can lead to national poverty because the dependence ratio, for example, and that can be yet another root cause of what we see out there as arsons. But indiscipline can also result from inappropriate school punishment regime. And the inappropriate school punishment regime can come from, intimidated the yes sir school heads. And why are school heads intimidated or yes sir? Because of the dictatorial ministerial tendencies. And dictatorial ministerial tendencies again result from the laissez-faire leadership. We can also have stressed student population. When the students are stressed, they can lead to arsons. And stressed student population can be a result of unilateral decision making, like the recent no half term for students and stresses students, and then may result on that. And why unilateral decision making? Because of poor or weak stakeholder participation in the decision making. Yes, in Kenya we have seen it. Again, arising from some dictatorial ministerial tendencies, poor or weak stakeholder participation. The same can lead to inappropriate punishment, because when decisions about punishments are taken unilaterally, then it leads to probably inappropriate. Again, all that again arises from the tendencies in the ministry which avoids or takes ineffective participation by stakeholders. We have seen it in Kenya happen. For example, when the curriculum, CBC, competence-based curriculum was being designed and launched and all that, there were some stakeholders who complained and they were not adequately taken on board. And when we have poor or weak participation in decision making, we now also have poor forward planning. And when we have poor forward planning, it also now will lead to school congestion because of inadequate school infrastructure, which also results from the national corruption which erodes the resources. Again, that's a result of national laissez-faire leadership. And you see, population growth can also lead to inadequate school infrastructure. Poor forward planning can also lead to inadequate school infrastructure. And here now we see a picture of possible causes of arson. So pointing a finger at only one may not be adequate. So my students of project management, I have done a preliminary mapping of the causes, root causes of arson. My assignment to you, go ahead and do the effects. Finish this problem tree, construct the effects of this problem should it persist. What are the results? Number 2, propose projects that can be implemented to address this problem. And this you can best do when now you convert the full problem tree into an objective tree. Convert this problem tree into an objective tree, and with that objective tree, we shall now categorize projects and propose possible projects, possible strategies that can be implemented to try to address this problem that we are now seeing. So, through problem tree analysis, you students of project management should participate in national building by coming up with research, strategies, proposals, projects that address real problems in our country. This is your continuous assessment test. This is your examination. I'm not going to give you any sitting written exams. Define problem tree. When is problem tree used? How is problem tree designed? That one I am not going to do. But I've asked you to use this, finish this problem tree, convert it into objective tree, and use it to propose strategies, projects to implement to alleviate the problem that we are seeing. Have a problem-free day. Want you. Thank you.